This is Fred Beck from Fred Talks Fighting. Today I'm very lucky to be joined by Rylan Charlton. So thank you very much for coming on, Rylan.
No, you're welcome.
So what's been going on with you, Rylan? What have you been up to?
So back to a bit of normality, working, getting back into training now. I've got my new trainer, Carl Greaves. So we're going to be doing some training, getting back into camp pretty much. Yeah, now really, not really going to camp, but just training hard till we get a next fight day.
It sounds awesome. And I also saw, I was on your box rec today, and I saw you're from Norfolk. Whereabouts do you live in Norfolk?
Norwich.
Oh, really? I also saw it because I'm from, well, my dad's side of family from Norfolk. My grandparents live up there. And when we got there quite a bit to see them. And I
Yeah,
saw you
it's a nice
training in
place.
I saw you training in Wells Woods.
Yeah, I went there. Yeah, it's great there. Yeah, I
Did you
love the
go,
woods up there.
you got on the rope swing there then?
Yeah, all the time. Swinging out. You've got to go in the rope swing if you go in them woods, didn't you?
That's crazy, yeah, because we were up there last summer. I'd
Yeah.
always walk the dog. I might have seen you there, but I didn't know who you were there.
I might have done, yeah. It's a nice place.
How often do you go up there? Now you're training with Cole Greaves. Do you go up there much, or?
Carl Greaves, he lives up in Nottingham, so I've been going up to Carl Greaves' gym about 2-3 times a week at the moment. And yeah, once I go into full fight camp, I'll be going to live up there for 6 to 8 weeks.
Yeah, it sounds always good. And so you mentioned you're training with Cole Greaves there. I think the kind of style that Cole Greaves coaches, it kind of matches your style perfectly. And how did you come to work with Cole Greaves? How did it come about?
So my manager, Daniel Naylor, he used to be a professional boxer, and I'm pretty sure Carl Greaves used to manage him. So my manager's good friends with Carl Greaves, and I spent a bit of time with him in the bubble as Avanesian was fighting the same night as I was. So yeah, we hit it off and thought I'd go down there and do a little trial session training with him, and had a really good session. And then yeah, we decided to go with him. Yeah.
And so now, how many sessions have you done with Cole?
So far, I've only been ticking over a little bit. I've done about three sessions, 3 or 4, something like that. Back there tomorrow, do another session, and then I'm kind of just ticking over in Norwich, just sort of keeping myself fit. And then as soon as we go into a fight camp, I'll go and live up there for 6 to 8 weeks and crack on.
It sounds all good. And Cole also trains Dale Amnesium and Kane Baker, who you're moving back down to lightweight, and you think he's around about the lightweight. And what made you decide to move down to lightweight? Because you're a welterweight, which is like 147, but your last fight and all your fights are at 145. That's quite a weight drop, isn't it?
Yeah. Really, I've never really been a full-fledged welterweight. Like I used to box on the small hall shows where you have to weigh in on the day, and I would weigh in on the day at about 10 stone 2. So if I can do that on the day of the fight, I could easily get down to, about 9 stone 9 or something, or 135 pounds. I could get down to that on a 24-hour weigh-in. I shouldn't have ever boxed a welterweight. The weight class was far too big for me. But we took a risk and didn't pay off, but it was good fun. And I don't think I lost any fans from it. Still got a lot of fans. It's an entertaining fight. So now it's time to crack on with boosting my own career instead of trying to boost anyone else's, like Florian Marku. So now I'm in it for myself, and I'm going to go down to lightweight and take them all out.
It sounds so good. You definitely gained loads of fans from that fight, because even if that fight was a boring fight and went to decision, you probably wouldn't, you and Marky probably both wouldn't have very many fans. But now you gained a massive support from that fight, especially dropping him. And he's not that liked in the UK market, only really in Albania. He kind of plays a heel quite well. And
yeah, that's it.
do you have, since you're making quite a big drop down in weight, do you have a nutritionist on board helping you with that?
Not right now, no. I have got a close friend of mine is a nutritionist, and he's advised me to drop down to that weight. He said that I could easily do it because you've got all the water manipulation and all that kind of stuff they do. So we can easily do it. But when it comes to fight camp, and we've got a date locked in, we'll be getting a nutritionist on board and we'll be doing it properly. Yeah.
Yeah, sounds all good. Loads of fighters, they used to have barely any nutritionists, and now a nutritionist is kind of key part to the team. And so now you move down to 135, the lightweight limit. Myron Mills is an English champion who your new stablemate Kane Baker lost for. Myron hasn't fought in 2 years. Will you be aiming to get the British title first or the English title first?
I'm not really sure, to be honest. I'll take any title. I'll see whatever Eddie Hearn wants to do with me, see where he wants to take me, and what path we're going down. But we definitely are aiming for some titles. So whoever's holding the belts when I want them, they better keep them warm for me.
Maxi Hughes is the British champion. Have you watched much of Maxi Hughes's, and how do you think your style matches up against him?
So to be honest, I'm not too involved with boxing. I do boxing myself, but I don't follow it that much. So Maxi Hughes, if I'm honest, I've never seen him box. I don't know. I couldn't put a face to the name, which is kind of bad on my behalf. I should know a lot about the boxers, but I just kind of do the sport myself and don't follow it as much.
That's all. I think a lot of boxers, it's quite odd when boxers do that because it seems a bit weird, but it's quite common that boxers kind of have that. Anyway, I don't take too much of your time. So I've only got one last question. Did you happen to watch the Jake Paul-Ben Askren fight on the weekend?
No, I didn't. I saw the highlights of it, but I didn't actually watch the fight, no.
And since you're a professional fighter yourself, what's your thoughts on Jake Paul? Because everyone's kind of got their mixed thoughts on kind of on the YouTube scene and then on the professional scene. Because people kind of thinking that, oh, we're taking kind of everything I work for. But what are your thoughts on that?
Well, at the end of the day, he's a businessman, and I kind of think, good on you. If you can go out there, he's got massive following from YouTube, so he can sell millions of tickets and he can make money on it. Anyone can turn professional. I don't know if you remember who's the cricket player. Can't remember his name. He played for England, I think. He turned professional and had a boxing match. I mean, he's a cricket player. Anyone can turn professional and they can give it a go. And if you can sell tickets like he can and he can make money out of it, go for it. I do kind of think a little bit it's professional boxing shouldn't allow it. I thought they should have just professional people in the sport, but they do allow it. So yeah, get on with it. Make as much money as you can.
Of course, and I'm sure that you'll be selling out arenas because your style and all the fans you gained through the last few fights, and fans are allowed back in, which they probably should be this summer. All right, Rylan, thank you so much for your time. I really appreciate it.
You're welcome. Thanks.
Where can people find you on social media at?
So they can find me on Instagram, just Rylan Charlton, Twitter, Rylan Charlton. I don't really know how to use Twitter yet. I'm still sort of getting my head around it. But yeah, just put my name in and I'll come up on most social media platforms.
All right, Rylan, thank you so much for your time. Thank you.
No, you're welcome, mate.